Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Shoot, I meant to boot it up here. Hold on one second. There we go. Oh, installing updates. Okay, fine. Shoot. I could just pause the video. Oh no, I already finished the updates. Cool. Okay, let's get in here. Um, you know me, it takes me a little bit to get up and running. I am running really late on my gameplay today. I actually had plenty of time earlier today to play. I just got into a bunch of different things and my ADHD kicked in, and every time I went to sit down to play, something else would pop up. Um, Oop, somebody just jumped down. Come on up here. You want to say hi? You didn't say hi last time. You were hiding under the bed. There she is. Here's my hi. Can you say hi? Here? Oh, you're gonna show them the back of your head all the time, aren't you, buddy? There you are. There she is. There she is. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, I like you too. You're good people. She is doing much better. I think I said last episode that she'd been having some eating issues, but she ate perfectly fine today. Yes, she did. Yes, you did. Just so we're feeling much better. So cool. Um, so it is actually very late here right now. Well, not really late in general, but late for me playing. Normally, I play earlier in the day. Just get so busy today. Uh, I'm going to jump in here real quick. I actually brought this up yesterday in my video about kind of coming up with a plan prior to going Omega, and where I didn't have one when I got this 7-day trial. And did I have any time today to mess around with that? No, because I didn't play any Eve. Um, so we're gonna do. I was thinking, since I have plenty of coffee, I'm going to do exactly what I said would be an option for somebody yesterday. Let's take a look at the careers within Eve and see if I can come up with a general plan. And this subject to change, but through this month of what I want to focus on. You can tell I haven't played. I'm in the same ship that I left in yesterday. Um, okay, that's good. So my actual thought before I got on was I'm going to pull up the career. Is that the career opportunities? Or is that. Brain is not functioning right now. Opportunities. And then. What was it? No. It wasn't the opportunities. It was. Maybe it was the opportunities. The skill training. That's what it was. And then going to skill plans. No. Not the skill plans. Well, hold on, real quick. Just got to make sure my. Okay, I still got 4 days worth of training in there. Was it the opportunities? And then let's see, rewards. It was the link that gives you the. There it is. Is it behind here? Explorer, enforcer, industrialist. No, that's not it. It is the career program. That's what it was. Haha. Okay. Now, if I do a quick jump here in a second, I've jury-rigged a fan over by my door, and there's a slight chance the dog, when she comes back in, she just walked by it, she should knock over the fan, so we're good. So my thought today is, here in a minute or two, I'm just going to take a look at each one of these and try to do some brainstorming as far as what I might want to focus on over the next month. Now, before I do that, you know me. If I see something that's cool that I can pass along, that's another YouTube video or something like that, or anything that I see recently, I like to pass that along to you guys if there's something that interests you. I actually have two of them. Number one of the reasons I didn't play earlier was The Accountant 2, The Accountant number 2, dropped on Prime, I think this week. I just finished watching it, so I'm kind of uppity because it was a pretty good movie. I really liked the first one. It's a little bit different. There's a little bit more comedy in this one, but I still had a lot of fun watching it. I have not been super happy with my movie choices recently, so this is kind of making me a little bit happy. So if you want to watch that, that's out there. if you've got Prime or if you can get it anywhere else. Good stuff. I actually meant to see that in the theaters, and I never got the chance to get out and do it. Um, so, boom. She keeps walking by this fan. I'm in fear she's going to knock it over, but she hasn't yet. Uh, Temperature in the area just went up today by about 15 degrees. It's going to stay that way for 2 or 3 days. It's the first real heat we've gotten this year, so I've had to kind of rig up things before I get everything up and running. And we're back. And we're back. She hears me talking. She needs to be the center of attention. Okay. Second one, and I'm just going to pull this over here real quick. It's one of my favorite channels that's out there. I kept trying to think of a video that would be good by Steve Marsh. I might have brought him up in the past. This is probably the one channel that as soon as it comes up, I watch whatever he puts out there. He's a travel guy. He's been around for a couple of years now. Got a really big following. And pretty much just authentic. I really like who he is, what he does, him and his significant other. He does some on his own, and he does some with her, but a lot of travel at a low expense, and things that I've never even thought about doing, like taking ferries over in Europe, um, or just traveling into areas that I am also very interested in. So, if you guys are interested, I'll probably bring up another video of his or two or three down the road. Things that really catch my eye. I just finished rewatching one when he went on a train ride in Finland, which was really cool. And I also watched another one yesterday. I rewatched it. See, this is where I say I like it. I don't mind rewatching some stuff where he was on um, a ferry. I think it was going to Santander in Spain. But budget friendly, and it's just really authentic and well done. I really like what he does there. Okay, back to Eve. Let's get in here and take a look. Make sure our mic is working. Cool. If there is a background sound to this, that is a big fan. I had a little fan that was here. It died last night, so I had to pull out the big fan, rig that up. So hopefully it's not overpowering there. I think it's far enough away. So the next month, we've got 4 options to kind of focus on. Not saying I'm looking at these as what I'm going to do, but might jog some ideas in my brain. I'm not saying I'm only going to do one of them, but maybe some goals. Now, number one, I did start the industrialist side of it, so I think we definitely want to go down that road. And a lot of it is limited as far as being an alpha, but I think I can do all these skills as an alpha. But there are some things here that I could possibly do. There was one that I remembered if I remember correctly, it was mining gas. I think I want to try that. I don't think I've ever done that before. I think you can. I think you can do that as an alpha. We're going to check it out maybe the next day or two, see if that's possible. I think that's done a lot in wormhole space, so it might be a little bit more work involved, which is cool. Let's just take a look here. We've got market. So just to earn an amount of money there. We're already starting to do I did just produce 100 of those damage controls. I need to put those up for sale. Let's do that right now. Let's see here. If you watched my video a couple days ago or a week ago, it was where I very basically, what is this? Learn about your benefits of a mega subscription as, and subscribe here. Now I'm signed up for the benefits. Okay. Elite Advantage. Okay. No, I don't need to upgrade. I'm good. Oh, it's included in this pack. Plus bonus items. Now, can I get those bonus items? So I can get those bonus items if I use Plex for it too. Interesting. I'm completely going down a rabbit hole I wasn't planning on. So let's get back to work. Where was I? Wasn't opportunities. It was career program. So let's back out of here. There we go. So market is just selling to. Oh wait, I was doing the damage control. There we go. All right. Oh, I should really script these things. Actually, whoa, I could do that. I know it's dumb. I could just throw it in the notepad. I've done that before, and I have a few things in the notepad. But I literally have an unused chalkboard above my monitors. I could just write some things that pop into my brain. I might think about that. Or I might just draw funny pictures. So where is my production here? Do I not have production on the side? That's kind of crazy. I mean, I know I can pull it up over here, but project discovery, blah, blah, blah. Opportunities. No. Industry down here. There we go. That should really be at the top too. I don't know why I don't have that there. Okay. I think I have to finish. Yes. So I built 100 of these. If I remember correctly, they cost about 8,000 ISK to create. I'm not going to try to sell all of these at once. What I want to do is see again what the market is. So the market for damage controls in this current area, hello, is not coming up. That's weird. Is the market down for some reason? Let's try it again. Huh. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anything on the market here. There we go. Okay, so maybe just needed to update. There we go. Okay. So it looks like, I think I was making them for like 8,000 or 9,000 ISK. They're selling 1, 3, 1. So some of them are selling for, and somebody's got a sell order here in Stackman for 18,000. And that's 83 of them. So that's going to sit there for a while. Now I'm not building these to fight with somebody on the market. I just want to build them and get a profit off of them. So I'm basically, in my mind, I want to sell them wholesale. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to sell 5 of them. And let's say at 17, let's go 17,000 ISK. How about that? So let's go in here and items, and there's my damage controls, and sell this item for, what was it, 17,000? And we only want to sell 5 of them. Why am I only selling 5? Because I don't want to glut the market like the guy earlier did with the 83. Those 83 are going to sit there for a while. I want a little bit of a quick turnaround on this. So if you notice, I'm selling them for 17,000, and I'm putting it up there for a week. And now it is going to cost me, let's see here, broker's fee and a sales tax of about 8,000 there. So one of their profits is going to, if I sell 1, then the profit from that will pay for the taxes, then the other 4 will pay for themselves, in my mind. That's just rough numbers. Because he had 9, they cost 8,000 to make, sell them for 9,000, that's 9,000 to sell, and I'm selling, yeah. So in general, just keeping it general, let's do that. I'm going to put it up there for a week. Why am I putting it up there for a week? To test it out, see if I can sell 5. Boom, sold 5. Okay. Now, hey, let's get back into exactly what I was talking about earlier. So we did, by going through this, it actually reminded me to sell those damage controls. Cool. So salvage, probably not going to get into that. I've done that, a lot of that in the past. I think I'd rather do that as an Omega, only for the effect that, now I'll accumulate some salvage, but Using salvage drones is really, really easy with an Omega account, whereas there's a lot more work with salvaging with salvagers as an equipment. You can do it. Obviously, there's ships that can do that for you, but you have to get a whole system down. I used to do that when I ratted, because I would do like certain sites, save the spots, and then the salvage would sit out there for like 2 hours, I think. Um, and I would after about an hour and a half of ratting, I would fly back with a salvager. I'm not going to take that time right now. Maybe down the road. Resource harvesting, refining, manufacturing. We're already in all of this. So I think we've got the industrialist part down that we can just mess around with it for the next month. So let's see if I can pick something else that's out there that would be interesting. Oh, and in here, um, resource harvesting. I think the gas clouds are in here. Nope, not on that one. We've got the different types of minerals, which you'd have to go to other areas for. Let me go back out here. Resource refining, manufacturing. I know one of these. Mining agent is just doing mining agent stuff. I swear there was one that was gas to mine gas clouds. Am I wrong? Well, it'll remind me. I want to do that. I want to try that out. Maybe do a video or two on that. If I can, we'll check that out. And I just clicked that off by accident. Okay, let's look at the other ones. There is the air carrier program. Bloppity and bloppity. So the other three are Enforcer, Soldier of Fortune, and Explorer. I'm not going to do the Explorer. I've done 1,000 hours of that. I'm going to do it whenever I want to. I can do it whenever I want to. It is fun for me. I've done 1,000 videos of that. So I'm not going to focus on that over the next month. So we're going to push that out for now. As far as Enforcer or Soldier of Fortune, if I remember correctly, Enforcer is your PvE, loyalty points, standings, market, Epic Arc. Ooh, Epic Arc. Everybody's done the Bloodstained Stars, so the Epic Arcs for the other ones, I think you'd have to be a higher level to do that, so don't want to mess around with that too much. Or I've got Soldier of Fortune, where the guys have actually said a bit about, I've got a few people that say, hey, you should check out the, the warfare, the faction warfare. Maybe this is the way to go, just to keep things interesting for the next month. Maybe I'll just start kicking this in. So we've got, yes, we've got PvP, capacitor warfare, faction warfare. Okay, that's right in there. Let's see what faction warfare gives us here. Capture a scout complex. Kill one. This is annoying. I don't want you on my screen. How can I close Aura Assistance? Will that go away? Is there a way to remove off Aura's Assistance? I'm sure there is. What is that? That is kill one capsular in factional warfare. So I have to get kill one. That might be a little bit harder than I can think of. Complete a level 1 faction warfare mission. Okay, that's doable, I think. Defend a scout complex. I think that's what we're going to do. And we're probably going to die a lot doing it. But maybe I'll focus the next week or two on doing the industrial side as an alpha, so that I can create a bunch of cheap ships using my industrial abilities to then fly out to faction warfare space and get my feet wet in that. That might be kind of cool. And I'm right near faction warfare space right now. The only issue that I've run into in the past is soloing with factional warfare can either be really good or really bad, depending on the time of day or just what you're looking for. So maybe I'll do some videos on that too. I like it. I like this It's a good plan, I think. So what would I need to do? So first off, I need to figure out a ship or a couple of ships that I could use to do it in. Thinking start off with frigates, obviously. So what am I trained in? I'm pretty sure it's called Dari and somebody else. Let's find out. And let's see here. Spaceship Command. Okay. So I've got Galente Frigate 3. And I've got Caldari. Caldari. I think it's Caldari Frigate 5. So maybe I want to go the Caldari side of it. Okay. So focus on the Caldari side of it. Or at least the ship type. I'm just looking at ships right now, then I'll worry about the other parts more in the future. I'm just kind of brainstorming at this point. And then, hold on. Boy, I am really skilled up in Caldari here. Got assault frigates, I got some battle. Well, I did the battleships and battle cruisers as just on the side. Got the destroyers. The hauler is good. Ooh, can I do a blockade runner with that? Oh, we gotta go. So I got a level 5 Caldari hauler. Okay, let's go into the ship planner. There it is. We want to look at our Caldari ships. Are there? Now, I saw that was level 5. Got the Badger's the regular. And you have the Tydra is the other regular one. But then we've got the Crane and the Bustard. So now these are expensive. Now I'm not going to be able to do these now, but maybe once I get back from World Series Poker in mid-July, maybe I might want to look at some blockade running if I can do that with these guys. Warp core strength +2. So the Bustard, which one is the blockade runner? Covert Ops, that is. It's the Crane, if I'm not mistaken. Does cost a heck of a lot less than the Bustard. Bustard, I love that name. Covert field generator. It can do the cloaking devices. Yeah. Ship cargo capacity. I think we'll start focusing on that in the future. Still one of my favorite ships for hauling stuff around is the Badger. It just looks cool. It looks like that hardcore steampunkish naval military, just a hauler there. So I've always liked the Badger. Now, first things first, we are looking at, now remember, I'm only going to be alpha when I really start doing this. So there's only going to be a couple of ships that I'll be able to use here. We've got the Merlin is definitely a PvP ship. The Heron is not. That's your Explorer. The Condor, definitely, that's your light missiles. And the Bantam, no, that's a shield booster, so that's your healer. ECM target jammer. Griffin, I think that's more of a fleet ship off the top of my head. Probably there's ways you can use it, but and then we've got the Kestrel, which is also your light missile. So you have the Condor and the Kestrel both do light missiles and rockets, whereas the Merlin does your small hybrids. So those are my 3 PvP. So I will start taking a look at that. Also want to check to see what kind of blueprints do I already have these blueprints. I already have a Merlin blueprint, so that is something I can build. And got a Condor, okay, and we've got a Kestrel. Let's just move these to our items hangar so that this is going to go. Now, I'm not saying these are the ships that you should all be using. This is just my availability right now. So those are my 3. Maybe the next video or 2 will be me looking at the ships themselves and coming up with some really basic fits, or using the basic fits that are in the game to come up with something to start off with, and then get blown up a couple times and then grow from there. That's a good plan. I like that plan. Okay, so got all that. All this other stuff can really be thrown away or melted down or whatever. I'll clean that up at some point. That's what we all Eve players do. That we look at our storage areas and we go, I'll clean that up at some point, and then sooner or later we just throw it into a box. Why is the ore thing blinking? We've got the Minotaur frigate. Why is this blinking? Is it just because I'm flying it? Don't know why. That's fine. What is that down there? I love looking at the little, like, extra things they show in here. Okay. Cool. So in general, I could have been doing all of this while I couldn't have looked at my blueprints and stuff. I could have been mining though and making some money while I was messing around with this. So what I will do is tomorrow or later on tonight, probably finish off setting up those planetary interactions so they're good to go while I'm in alpha. And then I'll pull out the 3 blueprints and see what fits that they have that are out there, what I feel comfortable with. I can tell you this, I have very little knowledge of shooting missiles. I know how to shoot, everybody knows how to shoot a missile, but I know that Eve is very specific on especially damage capacities and the way things are dealt, as far as blast radiuses and things like that. And the simplest thing to do is look at DPS, but when you really get into the nitty-gritty of the game, the different ammo types, whether it be hybrid or projectile or lasers or your missiles, each one of them has a reason for being there. So I don't know, and while I know a lot about hybrid turrets, and I know a decent amount about projectile turrets because I've flown a lot of Galente and a lot of Minotaur ships. I know a lot about drones from back in the day. I don't know a lot about lasers and about, which would be a Mar or missiles. So this will be kind of cool. This will be me diving in to the kiddie pool a little bit and getting blown up in the meantime. The other thing is to just build like 5 ships. Go out there, get yourself blown up, figure out, can I do it any better? And is it fun? If it isn't fun, then we'll just move on to something else. But I think that's a good idea. So we got, actually, I'm going to put it up here. We're going to do Enforcer and Industrial. You guys can't see it. I'm actually writing on my blackboard. There we go. With my kids, chalk. All right. You guys are missing out on the best face in the world. She's got her ears back. She's like, "Are we ready to play?" Yep, we're ready to play. Okay, guys. That's all I got. I'm going to keep messing around here. But other than that, hey, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however like you want. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Oh, and I'll put the link to Steve Marsh's stuff or just the link to his channel in the notes with everything else there. So if you want to check him out. So other than that, have a good one. Fly safe. Fly dangerously, fly however like you want. Blah, 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 blah. See you later.